Hello everyone, my name is Corinne Gabriones, BS Ed 1 Section 2, reporting about the definition and criteria in structures of English. We all knew that English language proficiency rests on the vocabulary, in which knowledge that native and non-native speakers of the language possess. It means that even though native means know how to speak English or non-native speakers means don't know how to speak in English, still they can manage to form any word in the use of English language proficiency. As a future English teachers, we are facing about the challenges of building of English language vocabulary to our students. Hence, you have to be proficient and knowledgeable in word formation yourself and master some strategies and techniques in word formation that you can share and apply to your learners. It's very important for us to learn, or as a future teacher, English teacher, to share what ideas and many things that we know or we learn to other person or other studies that we encounter, because it's very important to share it for you to share your knowledge to the students you are in front of you, or for them to learn also what you learn. In summing up, mastery of words formation, its strategies and techniques is a tool that could help your learners develop independent vocabulary learning strategies and enhance English language proficiency. And then such kind of proficiency level is also demanded of a future teacher of the English language, because it is always true that we can only give what we have. Vocabulary development is integral to language learning. Weak vocabulary skills could affect how messages are communicated, received, and interpreted, as vocabulary knowledge is either receptive or productive, be it core vocabulary or academic or technical. Many things happen that the way or any kinds of communication also, if there will be no feedback, there will be no communication involved. That's why we need to practice how to speak in English and how to create a word using English, because it's very important for us to learn, to us to communicate to other country, to other things surrounds us. Several studies have been conducted to find out how English language learners could better improve their vocabulary knowledge. And it came out that one major difficulty encountered by learners in improving their vocabulary is the lack of knowledge on how words are formed, and also understanding how words are conceived, formed, and born is an essential strategy and technique into developing and achieving vocabulary proficiency. It means that based on the studies, there are so many people don't know how to create a word in a sentence or any word through communication, because they also lack of knowledge. There are so many people who didn't finish their studies or only studies for elementary only. That's why there are so many people that they cannot communicate well, because there are lack of knowledge. Also, they are also lack of improving their speaking skills.
Chillax. Chillax verb featured as a buzzword. The verb chillax has been around since the mid-90s. A blend of verbs with chill and relax. Its initial use was largely in the imperative as a way of telling someone to calm down and relax about something, to relax and stop feeling angry or nervous about something. See chillax in the Oxford Advanced American Dictionary. Check pronunciation. Chillax. What ifs? What ifs? Exclamation adverb pronoun. What ifs or whatever. I'm sure someone will disagree with my summary, but what ifs I don't even really care. Well, okay. I do, but what if? but what ifs. These are two of the many words that are recently added to the Oxford English Dictionary 2019. Dictionary publisher constantly remind us that language is growing and speakers of the language are adding new ones each year. Words like blog twerk, self-insulate, dark web.
Global Language Monitor or GLM is a documented, analyze and track trends in language usage worldwide. Announced in its mid-year update that COVID is the top word of 2020. It means this Global Language Monitor is the one who is responsible for the updated words or many words that being made in different or in whole wide world. Right now, let's go to the chart focusing on the Global Language Monitor, in which there are 10 top words of 2020 for global English. Rank 1 is COVID, means the shorthand for COVID-19 has the largest number of citations ever recorded in the 21st century. Rank 2 is COVID-19. COVID-19 is the name of the virus caused by the SARS-CoV-2 by whose International Classification of Disease or ICD. The third word is coronavirus. Coronavirus is the SARS-CoV-2 full name of virus that causes COVID-19. Rank 4 is corona. Corona is from the Latin word for crown. Compare the sun's corona during a total eclipse. The rank 5 is face mask. It is a thing that we keep on using every day in our life. Start that COVID-19 is arrived. Face mask is a face covering that helps halt the spread of the COVID-19 to varying degrees depending on the material and number of layers. Rank 6 is progress, the belief that society moves ever towards betterment. The rank 7 is truth, the idea that there is an objective, discernible reality for humans to discover and cherish. The rank 8 is social distancing. Social distancing is the thing that we keep on doing when we are arrived in the grocery. The distance individuals should keep from each other to lessen risk of virus transmission, usually about 2 meters or 6 feet. The rank 9 is trade war. Colossal struggle between US and China with worldwide repercussions. The rank 10, the last but not the least, is the sustainability, in which creating an environment that supplies certain needs without compromising future production. There's a bit history about English. If we investigate who are responsible for most words to be featured in an English, we have John Milton, who invented 630 words, and he is considered the latest or the greatest neologist. Then comes Ben Jonson, in which we had 558 words, and John Donne with 342 words, and lastly, Shakespeare with 229 words. But we never know who invented the rest of the words in English language. We don't know who to credit for this list of these words.
Derivation. Derivation is the process of creating a new word out of an old word, usually by adding a prefix or a suffix. Derivation prefixes do not normally alter the word class of the base word. That is, a prefix is added to a noun to form a new noun with a different meaning. Derivation suffixes, on the other hand, usually change both the meaning and the word class. That is, a suffix is often added to a verb or adjective to form a new noun with different meaning. Examples: realization. Realization is noun, means action of making real. For the word realize plus ation, realize is a verb and the suffix is an ation. Because of the pandemic, there is a growing realization that changes in our lifestyle need to be made. Another example is hyperlink. Hyperlink is also a noun, means an electronic link that gives direct access from a mark placed in a hypertext or hypermedia document to another. From the word hyper plus link, hyper is an adjective and the suffix is link. Hyperlink is highlighted text on a page that links that page to another. Let's move on to back formation. Back formation is the process of forming a new word or a new logism by removing actual or supposed affixes from another word. On the other hand, a word that is formed from an already existing word from which it appears to be a derivative, often the removal of a suffix. Examples: sculpt from sculptor, proofread from proofreading, scavenge from scavenger, babysit from babysitting. Next is compounding. Compounding is the process of combining two or more words to create a new word, or commonly a noun, verb, or adjective. Examples: awe-inspiring, hyphenated compound, carbon dating or open, claptrap or close. For example, witnessing some people overcoming life's trials and difficulties is awe-inspiring. Last is repurposing. It is a word formed by taking a word from one context and applying it in another context. Examples: computer mouse, or take after a long-tailed animal called mouse. When a word is repurposed, it takes on an entirely new meaning. Think of a computer mouse instead of a real mouse.
Number 5. Conversation. Transplanting one word's class to another by talking a word, informal interchange or thought information, etc. by spoken words, oral communication, between person talk. Example of conversation is two friends talking while having a coffee. Why don't you friend me? I saw giant dog just outside our house. An example of conversation. Number 6. Eponyms. Words named after a person, home, discovery, invention, place, etc. is named or throughout to be named. Eponym is defined as the person for whom a discovery or other things is defined as name. Example of an eponym is Walt Disney, for whom Disneyland is named. America. The word America is named after Italian mapmaker Amigo Vescovi. Boycott. This word is named from an Irish land agent, Captain Charles C. Example of eponyms. Abbreviation is a certain form of a written words or phrases. Abbreviation may be used to save space and time, to avoid repetition for long words and phrases, or simple to conform conventional usage. When you're defining an abbreviation, write out the words first and then put the abbreviation in parentheses right afterward. A listener named Paul asked about abbreviation. He wrote, the guide that I was taught was to always precede the first use of an acronym. The first time you mention a phrase that can be abbreviated, spell it out full and provide the abbreviation in parentheses. The abbreviation have three main subtypes: clippings, acronyms, and initialism. Clipping is a cutting of the beginning or the end of a word or both, leaving a part to stand for the whole. Clipping is one of the ways new words are created in English. It involves the shortening of a longer word, often reducing it to one syllable. Many examples are informal or slang. Math, which is a clip word from mathematics. Example of this. Example of clip words are ad to advertisement, memo to memorandum, mic to microphone. Acronyms are words formed by the initial or succession of beginning segments of words. They are pronounced as single word. An acronym is a pronounceable word with word
from the first letter or first few letters. Each word is a phrase or title. Example of acronyms: ASAP, as soon as possible; IMAX, image maximum; PAY, PIN, personal identification number. Initialism, it means building a word from initial letters in a phrase or more. They are arranged as sequence or of the letters. Initialism are made from the first letter of a string of words but can't be pronounced as word themselves. Example include FYI, for your information, at PR, Public Relation, FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Number 8. Loanwords. English word borrowed from other language. A loanword is a word used directly from another language with title or no translation, just as foreign words and phrases are preferred throughout in English language. Loanwords are words adopted by the speakers of one language from a different language, the source language. A loanword can also be called borrowing. The abstract noun borrowing refers to the process of a speaker adopting words from a source language into their native language. Example of loanwords in the English language include cafe from French café, which means coffee; bazaar from Persian, bazaar, which means market; and kindergarten from German, kindergarten, which literally means children's garden.
9. Onomatopoeia refers to the creation of a word by imitating the sound it makes. In short, ang onomatopoeia ay naglalaman ng mga tunog. Examples are bluff, ow, barf, caw, bunch, bump, and mej all originated this way. More examples are boom and whooping crane. 10. Reduplication means the repetition or near repetition of words or sounds. Ito ay ang pag-uulit ng mga salita or near repetition. So, examples are goody-goody, helter-skelter, picnic, clap-trap. More examples are okie-dokie, pitter-patter. 11. Nonce words are words pulled out of thin air having little relation to any existing form. So, example are few and far between, but include Quark, Maury Gell-Mann. So, 12. Error. Error is misspellings, mishearings, mispronunciation, and mistranscriptions lead to new forms and conjunction with other mechanism. Example is originated as a variant of Scrabble, but over time, they both have taken different meanings. So 13. Blending is taking two or more words, removing parts of each and joining the residues together to create a new word whose meaning is taken from the source words. Example is World Wide Web plus seminar is webinar. More examples are work plus alcoholic is workaholic. Documentary plus drama is docudrama. And friend plus enemy is frenemy. Thank you.
And this is all our report for today, which discussing about the word, which defining the meaning, also the criteria. That's all, and God bless you.